The sheriff takes a controversial stance on a new state immigration law. What Governor Brown had to say about this during his visit to Bakersfield today. 8 Kern County residents dead from the flu. Now reports say that a top flu-fighting drug may be running out. More on how you can protect yourself before it's too late. And new video surfaces depicting the Asiana Airlines crash in San Francisco, and it suggests that first responders may have known a survivor was on the ground before she was run over.
The Eyewitness News 7 at 11 on KVAK starts now.
Governor Jerry Brown in Bakersfield today, meeting with local leaders as part of a statewide tour to promote his new budget proposal. Brown said high-speed rail would help Bakersfield better connect with L.A. by attracting businesses and adding jobs. When asked about the drought, he said he's not sure how declaring a state of emergency would help.
The governor, through a declaration, can't make it rain. We all know that. So it sounds impressive. The governor declares, but I can declare to you right now that we have a very serious drought, and hopefully it's going to end.
And well, much more on his visit later in the newscast. The governor also reacting to the way Sheriff Donnie Youngblood is interpreting a new law that gives undocumented immigrants more protection from being deported. The sheriff says despite the new law, he will continue to honor requests placing immigration holds on undocumented immigrants arrested for minor offenses. The governor says not so fast.
I would say he's obligated to follow the state law, but I would like to hear what he has to say.
It is. Depends on where you live.
Reporter Jose Gaspar has more on the ongoing controversy later in the newscast. A bicyclist rushed to the hospital after a shooting today in East Bakersfield. Police say they found a 17-year-old lying in the road with multiple gunshot wounds in the 1300 block of East 3rd Street. The victim hospitalized with moderate injuries. Witnesses described the suspect's vehicle as a gray SUV occupied by at least 2 people at the time of the shooting. It's unclear what prompted the gunfire. Police want you to call them with any information. A Delano man who was shot in the head over the weekend identified. Coroner's office says 20-year-old Jose Ignacio Sanchez shot Sunday night in the 1300 block of 5th Avenue near Garces Highway. Sanchez was transported to Kern Medical Center where he later died. His death ruled a homicide, and detectives are still looking for suspects in the case. Anyone with information, call Delano Police, 721-3356. One person dead after a violent crash today in southwest Bakersfield. The Highway Patrol says 60-year-old Bruce Avery was driving westbound when his Suburban drifted into the eastbound lanes at Copus and Old River Roads and collided head-on with a semi-truck. Avery died at the scene, his passenger hospitalized with major injuries. The semi-driver only suffered minor injuries. A pedestrian is recovering after a hit-and-run tonight on Union Avenue in Bakersfield. Officers say the man was crossing outside a marked crosswalk when he was struck by a possible gray mid-size SUV. The driver then sped off from the scene, but the vehicle's mirror was recovered. The victim was hospitalized with moderate injuries. Anyone with information on the case, call BPD 327-7111. New video from the Asiana Airlines crash at San Francisco Airport shows first responders knew a victim was lying on the ground before she was run over by fire trucks. Watch.
Whoa, 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 stop, stop, stop. There's a body right there, right in front of you.
The video shows a firefighter directing responders around the teen who coroners say initially survived the crash. The victim's parents now suing the city, claiming rescuers were reckless and poorly trained.
What the family wants is accountability. They want to know why weren't the firefighters trained, why weren't the supervisors certified, and why hasn't the fire department come clean about what happened.
The crash last summer killed 3, 180 others hurt. A 12-year-old boy in custody after a school shooting in New Mexico that left 2 students hurt. The governor there says the student entered a Roswell Middle School gym with a shotgun and shot an 11-year-old boy and a 13-year-old girl. Both are hospitalized in critical condition. Martinez says a teacher asked the 7th grade suspect to put the gun down, and he complied. A staff member also suffered minor injuries. The death of a toddler who fell 17 floors to his death from a Cleveland high-rise is being called an accident. Investigators say the 2-year-old was playing when he fell into a floor-to-ceiling window, shattering it. The boy pronounced dead on scene. Police say no foul play suspected. The House Armed Services Committee releasing hundreds of pages of classified documents on the attack on the U.S. compound in Benghazi. In the testimony, senior military officials said there were general warnings about the possibility of a terrorist attack around the world because of the 9/11 anniversary. But there were no discussions related to any specific threat in Libya, so additional military assets not deployed. A local funeral home, the target of several investigations, now shut down. Code officers say the Beloved Care Funeral Home on East Brundage Lane in Bakersfield, a number of violations. No one can enter until they're fixed. This comes after state officials removed 9 bodies on January 7th that were allegedly not housed adequately.
I knew he hadn't done nothing wrong. I mean, I immediately gave Mr. Gamble the benefit of the doubt. I knew he had done absolutely nothing wrong.
Anytime you deal with electrical and mechanical and plumbing, you know, you're dealing with health and safety issues.
The code officer supervisor says the home needs to get plans approved to fix the violations before it can reopen. Pop singer Justin Bieber's home in Calabasas searched by sheriff's deputies as part of a vandalism probe today. The singer allegedly part of a group accused of egging a home last week in the same neighborhood. Investigators didn't say what they were looking for, but that everyone involved was cooperative. Bieber has been investigated for prior run-ins with neighbors, but no charges filed. The Tahone Outlet's adding one of the world's largest fashion retailers to its shopping center set to open in the fall this year. H&M announcing they will be opening up its new 21,000 square foot store in the city of Lebec, which will offer its apparel for the whole family. There are now 308 H&M locations across the country. Retailers are expected to start hosting job fairs early next summer for the Tahone Outlets. Miles?
Well, Curtis, 45 outside right now. Clear skies. The air quality back up into the high range of poor, which is 147 on healthy for sensitive groups. Winds are calm right now. We have a red flag warning in the Kern County mountains. Winds will be gusting to 30 out of the northeast. Very low humidity. And we do have a fire right now up in the Tulare County area. We'll tell you about that in just a moment. Temperatures now in the 40s here in the valley. 38 in Delano. 48, though, in Tehachapi. Pretty warm. They were about 32 last night at this time. And you can see just clear skies across the area. And that's not going to change. A lot of dry air, and so temperatures tonight will be dropping into the 30s, about 37 degrees, with mostly sunny skies tomorrow morning, and a red flag warning in the Kern County mountains. Kurt?
Thanks, Miles. Play of the day, Arkansas taking on Kentucky. Game tied in the final seconds. The Razorbacks' Rashad Madden pulls up at the 3 off the iron, and that's when Arkansas's Michael Qualls comes up with the dramatic two-handed follow-up jam with 0.2 seconds left. Check it out again as Qualls gets the monster put back just in the nick of time to lift the Razorbacks to a major upset win, 87-85, sending the fans home happy. Greg Kerwitz, more sports still ahead. Paving the way, the governor coming to Bakersfield today to promote his budget plan, what he had to say about several issues plaguing the Central Valley. And sickly demise as flu-related deaths continue to rise, what you can do to protect yourself from the deadly bug before it's too late.